The second day of Donald Trump's visit to the UK has been marked by mass protests across the UK, with a huge blimp depicting him as a baby wearing a nappy flown by demonstrators in London. The 6-meter inflatable caricature took to the skies in Westminster as tens of thousands of demonstrators prepare to march through London streets. Now, these are the live visuals of the protests from London. As you can see, a large crowd has descended upon the streets of London in protest against Trump's ongoing visit to the UK, his first state visit to that country since coming to power in 2017. Right, so these are live visuals coming to you from London, where men and women in large numbers have descended upon the streets of London in a show of solidarity against, in a show of protest actually, against Donald Trump and his ongoing visit to the UK. Remember, this is his first visit to the UK since coming to power in the US, and he met with the British Prime Minister Theresa May at the Blenheim Castle yesterday, and he'll be meeting her for delegation-level talks today, followed by a meeting with the Queen of England later in the day. But these are live visuals coming to you from London as we speak of a huge protest happening in London as we speak in protest against Trump's ongoing visit to the UK. And as I mentioned before in my report, a baby blimp is the cynosure of all eyes, which has been floated in London as a mark of protest against his visit to the UK. Right, so just to bring our viewers up to speed with all the latest happening in London, these are live visuals coming to you from the British capital of mass protests happening on the streets of London against Donald Trump, the US president's ongoing visit to the UK. Remember, this is Trump's first visit to the UK since coming to power in the US last year, and he was accorded a ceremonial reception yesterday, and he will be meeting the British Prime Minister Theresa May for delegation-level talks, followed by a meeting with the Queen later today. And as we watch these visuals, I want to bring our viewers up to speed with another piece of information about the 19-foot-long baby blimp, which is being flown outside the British Parliament as a mark of protest against Trump and depicting Trump as a crybaby, and is being watched by many people around the world as we speak. And these are live visuals of protesters holding placards, assembling on the London street in front of the Trafalgar Square to protest against Trump's ongoing visit to the UK. And as far as his itinerary goes, Trump will conclude the day's engagements and then travel to Scotland for the weekend. Right, so these are again live visuals of Trump entourage seen to be readying to move their next destination. Trump getting into the US chopper as we speak. Remember, Trump is wanting to have all his engagements at a distance away from the main city in anticipation of protests that might mar his tour. So he's taking every precaution to avoid public gaze. But even so, thousands of people have descended on the London streets to protest against Trump's ongoing visit, with men, women holding placards shown outside the Trafalgar Square, assembling in large numbers to register their protest at Trump's visit to the UK. Right, so just to bring our viewers up to speed with the latest news coming in from London, there are live visuals coming to you from Chequers, the private residence of the British Prime Minister, where Donald Trump has just hopped on to his helicopter to go to his next destination. These are live visuals coming to you from Chequers in the UK, where Trump was accorded a ceremonial reception yesterday at the Blenheim Palace.